Hey everyone, we've got some late night charting going on. Had a garden planning party, and then crypto volatility is getting pretty insane again. So looks like my sleep schedule is going to be thrown off a bit the next few days. We'll see how long the volatility keeps up in the crypto space. But for the market, we had a gap up open in response to news that we're getting closer and closer to the China-US deal. It is a dangling carrot that's going to continue dangling until we finally get something of substance, but the market likes it. So we have daily higher lows every day now, 5 days in a row. And to see daily consolidation begin, we already got the first signal today, just in the sense of losing the hourly higher lows. So we broke the low of the day, and that to me is a loss of the hourly uptrend, which means the potential start of daily consolidation. We had a nice double top at the high of the day, signaling the turnaround. So here's the high of the day. We came back, and it was actually a triple top, 287.76, and then 287.75 again. 3 rejections, and then as soon as we break this level, that's your first signal of 287.48 because the uptrend is then lost. And if you want to be real sure, 287.33 breaking would do it, as that would lose the 15-minute uptrend. Let's make sure that's the case. And not as clear, actually. So I do like the 5-minute better. Bottom line is we hit double tops and then pulled back significantly. We did have a solid bounce at the end of the day from oversold conditions. So tomorrow, if the bulls can keep up the pattern of higher lows every single day, they're going to keep full control. But if we break the low of today, 285.75, tomorrow, then the daily consolidation is underway, and anything above 277.93 is a higher low. So the bulls have tons of space to work with. We're not in jeopardy of losing the daily uptrend, and we're just going to see how healthy is this consolidation going to be. Is it going to be a bull flag? If that's the case, the bulls probably want to hold 284. If it's going to be an equilibrium, we're going to have to pull back to about 282. So how we consolidate the next time we do consolidate will give us information. IWM is rejecting from that resistance still, 156.53, just haven't gotten to it yet. And if we break the low of 154.73, we're looking down. Again, in my opinion, we have to see a more clear trend change. We did have a little higher low and bull move, but I'm looking at the longer term time frames. And again, these days I've been condensing to the 2-day chart, and we do need the higher low and higher high to confirm the shift in momentum back to the bulls. So I like the two-day time frame for IWM, just condensing things a little bit. It makes it a little bit more clear for me. And we saw some profit taking here as well. Bears have to follow through tomorrow on all of these names to see follow through. So we have a bearish reversal, almost a gravestone doji there. Same thing, higher lows every day, 5 days in a row. Bears need to break 183.21. Anything above 176.60 is a higher low. Bulls in full control overall. In the financial sector, we knew to be looking for a lower high compared to 27.10. And if we break that higher low everyday pattern, 7 days in a row. So if we break 60, make that 26.29. We then look for a pullback and a higher low to form. So we pretty much got the initial, very early starting signs of consolidation coming on the shorter term timeframes today. And the question is that going to follow through and translate to consolidation on the longer term timeframes? Because everybody is set up to be due for a healthy consolidation to form higher lows. And tomorrow is going to tell us if that's coming or not. XBI has a triple top now. We rejected right from resistance. Ended up being a top fishing play. I took my eye off it today, so I missed that bearish entry. But entering LABD right at that resistance, we hit that resistance by a penny and rejected. Closed pretty strong though. Even though we had the weakness in the rest of the broader market, we had a lot of strength at the end of the day in the biotech sector. So this resistance is in play tomorrow. And if we break 93, we'll just call it, then that's going to be a very notable bull break for the biotech sector. So very nice recovery from 86.37 all the way back up to 93. And the question is, can we break that level or do we break the low of the day, 91.73? If we can't break it and we break 91.73, we need a new daily higher low. So holding up better than everybody else that we've looked at as far as where we closed today. Oil, bearish reversal candlestick on the daily, so it's not surprising. 4 big green days in a row and a bearish reversal candlestick. What does that remind us of? SPY. 4 big green days in a row. Well, 3 in a little bit, but very solid move and now looking a little toppy. So oil in the reaction to the inventory report is still holding the 4-hour uptrend. If we lose the 4-hour uptrend, we look for the daily consolidation to begin. So 6207 breaking means zoom out and watch the 12-period exponential support, which has held the last couple tests, and we'll look for the bulls to form a higher low compared to that level. Last, we got natural gas with a double bottom. That's pretty much all the bulls have going for them, which is certainly not much. So must hold support of 2644. The inventory report is tomorrow. And the inventory report reaction will be interesting because if it's bearish, we're going to break support and head to our bottom of 2571. And if it's bullish, we will have this double bottom and shift in momentum. So keep an eye out. If we do get a bullish reaction, that could be a signal that our weekly higher low is forming if we get enough follow through. And we would need to see follow through over 272 to be believers. So overall, everybody's still healthy. We did see signs of consolidation. We know that the next time we consolidate on the daily time frame, unless there's massive bear volume, we're very likely to just form a daily higher low. So how tomorrow looks in terms of whether we pull back and confirm that daily consolidation is coming in all these names is going to be telling as to what we can expect as we head into next week. So I appreciate you watching. Again, very healthy consolidation at this point. No red flags for bulls. And keep an eye on cryptocurrency, whether you like it or not. It's a trading instrument that you can make a lot of money on. We'll see you next time. Do good things. Have a great night. Adventure time. We are headed to Vegas. This is Lake Mead, which is about a half hour outside of Vegas, I believe, which you certainly wouldn't expect just by looking at it. But a great spot to camp. I camped here and had a coyote experience where certainly I've heard coyotes off in the distance in the past, but man, when that sun went down and I'm out there by myself, and I swear there were 100 surrounding me, all doing their yipping and wailing that sounds like screaming, dying children. It was quite the experience. Certainly have never experienced anything like that before or since, but knowing that it was coyotes made me a little bit more comfortable. I certainly wasn't fearing them coming at me, but man, they are eerie. 2 days in a row, we got some eerie themes out there. So Lake Mead was pretty cool. Nice moon. And it's just a spot to hang out and cool off during the hot, arid day. But I was in Vegas, and I don't have any pictures of Vegas because I don't like Vegas at all. So I was visiting my friends. My buddy's there playing poker. I've been playing poker since high school. He and I played in college, and he was playing online full time. And he pretty much went poker, and I went technical analysis and stocks. And I tried to teach him when I was there, but he was more interested in poker. So we played together. And for those that are familiar with poker, my style, I do play some buy-in, but generally I would satellite in, $50 satellite to get into a $500 tournament and then hope to place in those tournaments. And the best part is, we're used to trading online or playing online, and you have to wait weeks or months to get your payouts, if you can even get them, if it's even, legal. And I have in the past, or someone I know in the past has paid 20% of my withdrawal from winning a tournament to someone in China to get the payout, transfer funds over to the U.S., and those are what we had to do to get our money. But here in Vegas, they legalized it in Nevada, so you could literally cash out and go same day to a casino, and they would give you cash, which was unheard of. So we were playing for a while and having a good time and doing all right. And I hung out there for, like I said, a month. It was just a reset break, have a nice shower, have some good food, and have a bed to sleep in, and just explore around because I could not. Las Vegas is pretty much, if you take everything wrong with humanity and you just put it in one, that's Las Vegas. It's a dirty, sad place. And you see all the glamour on TV and in the movies at the fancy places on the strip. But man, if you go to some of these smaller casinos and the poor souls that are stuck to those machines, it's very depressing. And if I didn't have spots like this to go to, I would not have lasted very long at all. I literally didn't go to the strip at night in Vegas once. I was there for a month, and I didn't go to the strip, and I have no regrets about that. That's just me personally. I'm not big for flashing lights and crazy stimulation and substance abuse and all that, but it was fun, kinda. This is Spring Mountain National Rec Area, another spot that's just right outside of Vegas. And I couldn't find a spot to camp that was flat, so I ended up sleeping on a hill. And of course, it was the first night I slept without my tent because I couldn't pitch it on a hill. And I slept without a tent all the time on my other road trip with my buddies. But the first time I sleep without a tent, this was months into the road trip, and of course it snows on me, but waking up, it was nice and magical. I pretty much just put myself against the base of a tree so I wouldn't roll down the hill. But still slept fine. Some awesome sunrises and sunsets out there. And I love it's almost like shopping for a house every night where you're walking around and saying, all right, I can camp anywhere in this area. Where's the best view? Where's the sun going to rise? Where's the sun going to set? Where's the best spot to camp? And setting up a home base. So from here now, my buddy and I, who I was staying with, we are going to road trip back. This is as far west as I went, and then heading back east and going through Zion. I think we go to Zion National Park next, and then loop around, head through the south, through Texas, back to the east coast. Wrapping up the road trip, didn't have a whole lot. Pretty much moved really fast on the way home versus the way out there. And that's that. We'll see where we end up with probably a couple more days on this road trip, maybe a couple more road trips after that. Short little picture series, and then I'm going to have to start doing some videos again and hopefully some spring planting. Got some garden planting parties going on tonight, so we're getting pumped for the spring, and I hope you are fantastic.